The Chicago Bears are favored to make the playoffs next season by the odds makers. So let's talk about this, people. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL. Here to talk about the Chicago Bears and here to talk about Vegas basically telling everybody that the Bears are probably going to make the playoffs next season. So I'm going to get into that. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button down below for a ton of Bears content on the channel. Hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. So here we go. For DraftKings Sportsbook, the Chicago Bears are minus 125 to make the playoffs. So for those of you that don't know betting odds, if you are in the minus, that means that it is a higher probability, plus is a lower probability. So basically, you put down 125 bucks to win 100 here, right? Because the Bears are favored per Vegas, and it does make sense because of all the talent they added, right? I don't have to go through every single detail, but we know Caleb, Keenan, DJ Moore, drafting Rome Odunze, you got Cole Kmet, added Gerald Everett, added DeAndre Swift. The defense still good from last season, and you know, just that progression from year to year. They won 7 games last year, so Vegas says, hey, why can't they win 9-10 games this season? So that to me totally makes sense. So I'm actually not that surprised here. But I'll tell you guys my thoughts in terms of, you know, what the expectations should be and what would be considered a successful season for the Bears in just a moment here. I just want to talk about the rest of the teams, right? If they have the Bears favored to make the playoffs, does that mean that they're part of those 7 teams, right? The 4 division winners and 3 wildcard winners. And yes, they are. So here's who Vegas has as of right now. Again, the odds could probably change. But this is who Vegas has right now to make the playoffs in the NFC. So they have the 49ers at the top, heavy favorites, minus 475. Then they've got the Falcons, believe it or not, at the next highest odds at minus 300. It's kind of surprising to me, but it's mainly because of a weak division. Then they have the Lions and the Cowboys both at minus 225. Then they've got the Eagles at minus 200, and then they've got the Packers at minus 190, and then the Bears are the last team on that list with the lowest odds out of all those teams at minus 125. So just to recap here, 2 teams from the NFC East, Cowboys, Eagles, 1 team from the NFC West in the 49ers, 1 team from the NFC South in the Falcons, and 3 teams from the NFC North in the Lions, the Packers, and the Bears. So I don't completely disagree at all with this. I think that's pretty fair. There's a couple teams maybe that could sneak in. You know, you could talk about the Bucs made the playoffs last year in the NFC South. They could certainly win the division. The Rams, they're always, you know, a threat with Sean McVay in the NFC West. So we'll see there. But for the most part, this makes sense, honestly. And I think when I did a playoff video in terms of like what the Bears' expectations are, I have them as a wild card team next year. We have too much talent not to. But let's talk about what I was mentioning earlier, which is what is considered success for the Bears next season. And I'm not trying to cop out here, but I truly 1,000% believe this. The playoffs would be fantastic, and I'd love it. And yes, the expectation is you improve upon the 7 wins. But to me, if the following thing happens, the season is a success. And forget everything else. If this following thing happens, the season's a success to me next year. And that is Caleb Williams proves he's a franchise quarterback. If he proves next season he is the guy, all right, nothing else is as important. Yeah, obviously, I'd love to make the playoffs. I'd love to win the Super Bowl. We can slow down here, obviously. My point, though, is the only thing that I would deem as the biggest success would be Caleb Williams turning into a franchise quarterback. Because if we make the playoffs next season on Caleb, you know, not being that great and the defense is carrying us and all that, it's like we've seen the story over again. So you win in the NFL with a franchise quarterback, man. So if Caleb goes out there, balls out, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks, 3,500 passing yards, not even asking for 4,000, obviously, the one record that the Bears don't have. But if he does that, oh my goodness. Like, if he proves that he's a franchise quarterback, the season's a success to me. I'm good. Honestly, I'm good. So playoffs would be nice, but that's my real barometer of success for the Bears next season. Let me know what you guys think? What is your barometer? Leave a comment down below. Will the Bears make the playoffs next year? I think they have a very good shot to. Right now, if you ask me, I would say yes, they do. But to me, Caleb becoming that franchise quarterback is the real success for the Bears next season. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks.